Renting a co-op in New York. Renting a co-op can be an exciting opportunity to experience the unique charm and amenities that come with living in New York. However, it's essential to understand the specific intricacies and considerations that come with renting a co-op in New York City. From facing co-op boards in interviews to understanding the legal obligations and protections, there are numerous factors to consider. In such a demanding landscape, having a skilled real estate attorney by your side can make a world of difference. Whether it's reviewing contracts, negotiating lease terms, or safeguarding your rights as a tenant, a knowledgeable attorney can provide invaluable guidance. At Avenue Law Firm, our top-rated team of Manhattan co-op real estate attorneys can help equip you with essential knowledge about renting a co-op in New York. What are company ops? A co-op, short for cooperative apartment, refers to a housing arrangement where a corporation owns the entire building or development. Instead of owning individual units, residents purchase shares in the cooperative corporation. These shares grant them the right to occupy a specific unit within the building. Differences between a condo and a co-op apartment. The primary difference between a co-op and a condominium lies in the legal structures and types of ownership involved. In a condominium, individuals own their units while also sharing ownership of the common areas. In contrast, co-op residents own shares in the cooperative corporation rather than directly owning their units. As shareholders, they have the right to live in their designated apartments, with the number of shares they own being proportional to the size of their apartment units. Another significant distinction is the approval process. Co-op boards have substantial control over who can purchase or rent units within the building. In comparison, condominiums generally have fewer restrictions and a simpler approval process. Financially, co-op apartments often come with lower purchase prices compared to condos, making them more affordable for many buyers. However, co-op residents are also responsible for paying a monthly fee known as a maintenance fee or carrying charges. In condominiums, owners pay monthly common charges to cover similar expenses. Owning versus renting a co-op. When you own a co-op apartment, you purchase shares in the cooperative corporation that owns the entire building. You have a proprietary lease or occupancy agreement that outlines your rights and responsibilities as a co-op owner. You are also entitled to participate in the decision-making processes of the cooperative, such as voting on important matters during shareholder meetings. Renting a co-op means you do not own any shares in the cooperative corporation. Instead, you enter into a lease agreement with the shareholder who owns the unit you are renting. Financial considerations. As a co-op owner, you typically have a mortgage if you finance the purchase of your shares. In addition to your mortgage payments, you are responsible for paying monthly maintenance fees. These fees cover the cooperative's operating expenses, such as utilities, property taxes, insurance, staff salaries, and building maintenance. As a renter, you pay monthly rent to the shareholder or landlord who owns the co-op apartment. Rights and responsibilities. When you own a co-op, you have certain rights and responsibilities within the cooperative. You can participate in shareholder meetings, vote on important matters, and potentially serve on the board of directors. When renting, your rights and responsibilities are governed by the lease agreement you have with the shareholder or landlord. Things to consider when renting a co-op in New York City. Here are some key things to keep in mind. 1. Monthly maintenance fees. 2. Building amenities and services. 3. Co-op rules and regulations. 4. Location and neighborhood. By considering these factors, you can make an informed decision that aligns with your needs, lifestyle, and financial circumstances. Additional legal considerations. Financial requirements. They may request proof of stable income, a certain debt-to-income ratio, or a minimum credit score. It's essential to have your financial documents in order and be prepared to demonstrate your ability to afford the monthly rent and associated expenses. Lease agreement. Carefully review the lease agreement provided by the landlord or shareholder and make sure that the lease aligns with your desired length of stay and accommodates your lifestyle needs. Ensure that all terms and conditions are clearly stated, including rent amount, payment schedule, lease duration, renewal options, and any restrictions or obligations specific to the co-op building. Co-op board approval. This approval process can involve submitting extensive documentation and undergoing a background check. Be aware of the board's criteria for renting and ensure you meet the requirements before proceeding with your application. Subletting restrictions. Even as a renter, make sure you understand whether subletting is allowed, the duration and frequency of subletting permitted, and any associated fees or requirements. Violating subletting rules can result in serious legal consequences, so it's crucial to adhere to the guidelines set by the co-op board. Maintenance and repair responsibilities. While the building's maintenance is generally the responsibility of the co-op corporation, tenants may have certain maintenance and repair obligations specified in the lease agreement. Security deposit protection. The landlord or shareholder is required to place your security deposit in a separate account and provide you with written notice of its location. Clarify the terms for refunding the security deposit when you eventually move out. Tenant rights and protections. As a subtenant in a co-op, you have certain rights and protections under New York State and New York City laws. These include protections against discrimination, the right to a habitable living space, and the right to privacy. Educate yourself about your rights to ensure you are treated fairly and legally by the landlord or shareholder. Can you rent out a co-op? If you're considering subletting your co-op apartment, here are the key things you should understand. 1. Co-op sublet policies. Each co-op has its own set of rules for subletting. Before making any decisions, it's crucial to review the co-op's bylaws and discuss with the board or management. The policies typically include details on subletting fees, the allowable rental duration for a unit, and the maximum number of units that can be rented simultaneously. 2. Sublet duration and fees. Co-ops usually allow sublets for durations ranging from 2 to 3 years, though this can vary widely. Additionally, boards may impose a sublet fee as outlined in the bylaws. 3. Renters' criteria. Prospective renters may be required to undergo a rigorous screening process similar to that of shareholders, which includes interviews and application processes to ensure they meet the co-op standards. 4. Reasons for subletting. Some co-ops restrict the reasons for which a shareholder can sublet their unit. Typical acceptable reasons might include significant life changes, such as job relocation or loss. If you encounter issues or if the co-op board fails to follow its own regulations, consulting with a co-op real estate attorney can provide clarity and help protect your interests. How a skilled Manhattan co-op real estate attorney can help. A co-op real estate attorney possesses in-depth knowledge and understanding of the intricacies involved in co-op rentals. They are well versed in the legal framework, regulations, and complexities specific to renting a co-op in New York. With their guidance, you can ensure that your rights are protected and that you remain in compliance with all legal requirements throughout the rental process. In the event of disputes or conflicts during your tenancy, a real estate attorney can be an invaluable asset. Whether it involves negotiations with the landlord or shareholder or representing your interests in legal proceedings, a skilled attorney can help protect your rights and ensure a fair resolution. Having their support provides peace of mind, knowing that your rights are safeguarded throughout the dispute resolution process. Take the proactive step of seeking professional legal assistance, ensuring a seamless and secure co-op rental experience. Contact Avenue Law Firm today at 212-729-4090 to schedule a free consultation.